Alright, I'm gonna grab my coffee. I'm gonna wait for these guys to figure out what they're gonna do.
Oh, Tumblebot.
Oh, Tumblebot. Hey, Mr. Tumblebot man, play a game for me. Testing QWERTY leaves the game. Come on now, man.
I'm sure he'll be back. Okay, wow. So we have a bot.
What?
We have a
Tumblebot made this move.
Good luck to your bot, yeah.
Tumblebot makes a pie that I've
never seen this.
I've never seen this, and I actually I think that this pie looks
kind of good.
I think it looks bad. But maybe it's good. I don't know. I mean, obviously...
good for white. I mean...
both red and white are blocked with a neutral.
Exactly.
White has more influence.
And importantly, there's no follow-up for red that is going to be able to put a line of sight on.
No, but look, after this, then white, basically, what's white going to do that makes
exactly.
it
I mean, this move kind of clearly demonstrates why it's beneficial for red.
For red?
Because it's...
But white can make a move like this. Should we turn influence on?
Yeah.
It's like being able to go on e6. So this is the neural network choosing this, and it's choosing a pie basically that I've really never tried out myself, which is already kind of exciting.
Mm-hmm. Is there any has anybody thought about like how many games this is going to play? Because their time controls are pretty long, so I could see this game going
15-5. It's for about I mean,
half an hour.
I assumed that we'd have like one game that we get to cover, but
it's so weird. It's like, I mean, I like that we didn't give it too many restrictions, but
so maybe something like this.
Why?
He says that his bot views. Oh, it is the same thing.
Yeah.
Because I think because it's the most central move. That's most restrictive on red.
Right.
It's not backing off at all. So I would expect white to go forward rather than back.
Okay. So just to be clear, red in this situation is Atari's bot?
Oh, hang on. Let's figure that. Atari chooses the red color. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So they've already moved.
And
oh my god, they're moving so fast.
Yeah, Fed's bot is an AI.
Fed's
a neural
bot is a neural network, yeah, which has been trained by reinforcement learning, I guess, like kind of like the AlphaZero type implementations that were so successful in chess.
They're going really fast.
And Go.
So interestingly, they're choosing a pretty passive. Okay,
here we have the first kind of contact between. And what can happen here is that maybe red can prepare to parry, or just simply just attack white's stacks, right?
Oh yeah.
And then if white does this, maybe it doesn't really work to do the thing, yeah.
Okay, so
but if white does this, then now you capture and it's a snapback.
Right.
So is red going to capture? Now red, it can probably parry and like eliminate the threat on his own.
The parry is actually...
Oh my god, red went for it. So red's bot... Oh, I think this may be a trick by Tumblebot, because the net is... Okay, he says, my bot gets 50,000 playouts when the entire system is dedicated to it for 5 seconds.
Is that a lot, or...?
Actually, I feel like it's not that many playouts. Honestly, like IGBot was getting that many playouts, but the point is that like his net doesn't need.
So okay, I'm not sure what Ataribot is doing here, because these stones on the right are looking really, really sad once H5.
So he should just capture, right?
Is taken.
Yeah. And now
we have a parry lined up.
Parry, yeah. And this piece is not easy to attack, because if you go like this, you just capture.
Yeah. No. I'm guessing he's gonna play like something like J8.
J8. Yeah, I would see that too.
I think it's actually better than K9, because J9 is sort of an annoying. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So now what can white do? So right now the red score and white score is roughly equal. We still have some.
Good. Kind of a passive move that gives him a little more influence on the left.
But it allows white to parry when white wants. Unless red does like a cutting move. So I was saying that like even with 50,000 playouts only, it may be a thing that the judgment of the net is so good it doesn't need playouts. Like I remember that like AlphaGo was so super strong, even without like any playouts, just by pure like raw not calculation, but like just intuition. Yeah, intuition.
Which is something that is hard to fathom when talking about a computer.
White's is looking quite strong in this part, and this looks like a kind of a target area.
Like when we talk about neural networks and skill in the game,
yeah,
and we use a word like intuition, are we actually talking about the sort of heuristic values or the weights that the neural net developed over time?
Yeah, basically through the self plays, I guess. So we got a probably double tag coming by red, because right now it's like one of the best ways to, I think, this is my opinion. But maybe it's small. Let's see. There's a lot of stuff. Okay, no, he plays a different double. He plays a different 3, and this doesn't attack anything. I never would have expected it.
I love this kind of one because it's such a safe one.
Yeah, this kind of butterfly.
The butterfly structure.
It's super super cool. And now what is red gonna do? Like red's gonna like
kind
block
of play
here, or
defensive move.
Like you don't really have any other option other than just blocking. I mean, even if you just do this, and maybe you can do. No, you can't do a snapback.
I think it should really block there.
I guess he has to block.
But it looks really small.
It looks horrible. No. But in the end, like if red gets to capture this nicely, and but white seems to be just going all the way around here.
Yeah.
So he didn't block. He just kind of said, you know what, screw this.
Really.
And if white captures, then red captures. That looks okay.
Actually, that's
gonna have counterattack.
Okay.
So he captured.
White captures. Are we saying
he's gonna resign in it? Well, I don't know.
Okay. Wait.
Okay, so red basically already thinks red's lost. How many games are we gonna get then? But I think this doesn't look too bad.
15%.
I would still play with this as red.
No, because I mean, this
you got to get up in the upper
one
left.
on E6 is dead.
And now what? It capture E6. I think.
Yeah, look, it's trapped within like a really strong mesh.
Okay, so I correctly predicted the capture. Okay. Oh my God!
See, okay.
He's thinking so quickly.
Yeah.
So you can still parry this, actually.
Funny thing is, the score is kind of equal, but.
Alright, so I did calculate this.
Oh.
But it is like, oh my God.
Is this another parry? And
it's a parry with an attack.
Wow. And that one, you can't parry, you can't save F3.
There's basically no way to save F3.
It's dead, and
that means that white's going to grab all of this.
Yeah. Wow. Is there any last-ditch efforts, such as a G4, to kind of like maintain some territory up there?
I mean, if you do that, you just continually, you just apple pick a wall as you're building it.
It's really strong what he's got going up there.
I think we need to see another game with a different pie.
Yeah. Even though, well, here's the thing. Red did what any sane bot would do and take red. Yeah, because it had a...
Yeah, it should have been fine. And the fact that... Yeah. But the fact that the Tumblebot wins as white in that pie...
It's like a handicap.
It's a testament to its strength right now. And now we see the one stacks on the right side slowly crumbling a little bit, because the moment this gets captured, then this is going to be like... Parry's not really an easy option because there'll be 3 lines of sight on it.
Yeah.
All right, here's on.
It's basically... It's late September in the Midwest. It's the apple picking season.
All right, let's do it again. I haven't been comparing your played moves to my suggested move, but my eval estimates you gave lined up pretty closely with my bots.
Interesting.
Okay.
Again?
Again. Again.
Okay, I'm glad that went pretty fast too.
The bots are fast. We can do many games. That was like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe Atari should
should
give
do,
his
like,
bot a little bit more time to think.
Right. Well, are they given the same amount of time to think?
I think that they're just whatever they want to do because they're given the same amount of time to play the game.
That's true. It's
All right.
basically as many as you guys want. Okay. I hope. I mean, well, now they should be laying the pie. The other bot should be making the pie offer.
I guess. Yeah.
Usually
Let's
how
just
it
switch
works.
sides. I wonder why testing QWERTY is not joining. Can we just get testing in here? You are the host this time. I am already sitting though.
Wait.
Wait. You are the host this time. Play Orthodox. Stand and go to guest and sit. No, he should provide the Orthodox. Atari should do the pie, yeah? Alright, now Atari's going to be...
Why
wouldn't Atari do the...
IGBot?
He doesn't like the Orthodox. What is that emoji?
It's a new smiley face.
Okay, what is everyone have against the Orthodox?
Right. Why is it a bad one to suggest?
Because I think Atari believes that that the Orthodox is actually bad for red.
Interesting. Okay.
At least IGBot got out of here. IGBot knows his place. There's two strong bots. They're both basically competitive with humans. I mean, with top humans.
Right. Yeah. But one of them's supposed to be way stronger, or what?
Well,
This is what we're finding out, I guess.
this is what we're trying to figure out, yeah.
F1C4.
F1, C4? F1.
C4.
Okay, so...
Okay, it's like a little
Yeah.
bit more standard. I'm surprised.
He doesn't want to do... Can you just do one with the Orthodox? Just one? Just one.
Orthodox, please.
Either is fine with me. Orthodox could be kind of interesting. I could view it as a small handicap.
But
yeah,
wasn't
exactly.
that last game already like a handicap, or are we just viewing it too simply?
It doesn't matter. We'll see what happens. So the Tumblebot will give the pie. Atari gets to choose white because Atari thinks that white is stronger in the Orthodox. The A1 D5.
A1 D5.
Okay, I will sit. I can do A1. So we're guys. We're thinking that this. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Atari can
All
choose
right.
white with his bot, and
Well, yeah,
because
apparently, if it's true that the Orthodox is bad for red.
Tumblebot immediately chooses E1, so we're off to a good start.
That's cool.
And now probably he will play here as white.
Maybe, honestly, this is like the move that humans kind of deemed as the best move, but
Yeah, it's also possible to play one further.
they're not following a book right now. That's the thing.
I know, but the thing is, people have been testing the bots against these kind of human knowledge.
Okay. So
And
we're gonna have to wait a little bit for Atari's bot because he upped the time.
a lot of these original moves are okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. But doesn't that mean that then A1 G8 should be basically like equally bad for red? No, and not necessarily, because maybe E5 is a good first move for red. It's interesting that the Atari bot chose this one.
It's almost like a transposed line attack.
It is, yeah, it's like a transposed line attack. This is the Komachin pie, as far as I understand. A1 G8. Komachin was doing this on size 6
Oh,
like
okay.
continuously before anybody else was, I think.
Nice.
So this is a really good way to test whether Tumblebot is truly stronger than
Ataribot.
Ataribot.
It's supposedly coming out with a disadvantage, according to both of the evaluations.
Right.
And
So
I think
setting up a
I
parry
mean
and gaining lines of sight to the right side.
we're kind of starting to see uh, Tumblebot's play style, which is sort of like a web of ones.
Ataribot is this. This
Never
actually I
mind.
didn't expect. I didn't expect him to poke through this like that.
Do you think that
Like, what is this one stack going to do in the future? I mean, I'm pretty sure that white will play something like this.
Yeah, what is that? E6? Yeah, I think
E6 looks like a good move, or can also... No, that doesn't really make sense. This, but...
I don't know. Actually, the more I look at it, I kind of really like F9.
F9?
Because now for white to play something inside of its territory, like E6...
F9 would be this.
You're giving red another tempo.
Alright. So, red controls the link on the ninth row. And there's this link here on the 7th row that is contested between red and white on this point. But I guess they don't care about that, otherwise he maybe would have tried to...
I'm guessing white's going to play somewhere in the upper right now, just to try to carve out some territory. Like, that looks kind of good.
Looks like it changed. Okay, so he's blocking red's access.
That's good.
And red immediately kind of tries to do a counter strike. I think this partially has to do with the fact that this link was contested here. But I don't know. I mean, I can't tell what these bots are thinking.
Does white play
I would have done something like this too. I mean,
I10? No.
I10?
Like a crazy attack?
Oh my god. I mean, white, that looks good for white, because what is red going to do? I mean...
Exactly.
What?
But I don't think it's this simple.
Really? No, I mean...
Allowing red E6 looked weird to me, but I guess neither side won. That is interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because actually, if you cut...
Now red...
Like, if you cut, this one's under attack as well,
which
looks really good.
So white ended up protecting that instead of going for this capture.
He didn't protect it.
E8, yeah.
Oh, he played this.
Yeah.
This is... Are these bots playing on a much higher level than we are?
I don't know. I mean, this seems really simple, actually. It's white is making a monster, and red is sort of walking around to the edge of the board, kind of setting up little territories.
Yeah. It is kind of how we usually see these orthodox games play out, with the kind of central versus corners and sides approaches.
Yeah, exactly.
What is white going to do? White should probably parry, right? But it doesn't look there's very many good parries. You could also shield. It also looks a bit annoying, like small.
I kind of have a feeling. Oh, yeah.
So he parries
with the move.
But then this parry is cuttable, so you can just go back to it.
I don't know if I like that.
And now you have to shield, basically. This also looks good. What happened here?
Okay. Attacking.
He doesn't cut. Instead, he wants to attack this.
And so this is sort of like what an interesting part about how computers play, which is that they don't follow like logical sequences as much. They're more inclined than humans to tanuki. So,
are we basically finding out the Orthodox is just bad? The pie offer that we thought was basically the most balanced possible pie offer. Now it's like, if Atari's bot wins this, and it only wins when you play the Orthodox.
Right. It's kind of. But I don't know if Atari's bot is going to win this though.
He says his bot is Atari's bot is around 80% confidence now.
Misplaced confidence.
Okay, now white needs to make a decision. Probably shielding will happen in this time, like this move or something.
By the way, like this game, Atari's bot did have way more time, or like it had the same amount of time, but it was thinking more.
True. My bot gives you 61%.
roughly third to fourth best move.
but have a deficit of 1 to 3 windmills. But as the board fills up with pieces,
I mean, things simplify.
yeah, and then it becomes easier to play the optimal move.
What is?
All right, so I predicted this one. So where should red play? Okay.
Immediately, which
is interesting because basically now white has to choose whether or not to.
in these situations when like things are already kind of concrete, this move almost looks kind of small.
Like but it's forcing white to play a small move too.
I don't think it's going to reinforce there.
Really?
I'd be surprised.
Because if red gets to capture, then I think that white's thing kind of falls apart a little bit.
Well, imagine if white played here, and then you capture. Sorry.
And then what?
Now you've. I guess maybe you capture.
Now you can just parry with an attack.
Parry with an attack. It's really a double attack. But you know, white doesn't do any of this stuff. It plays G5.
Which let's just say we have a capture, and we do. So now what?
I don't know. I don't know why I did that.
I mean, white's already parried, so
I just feel like that.
White can do this double attack instead.
Yeah.
I mean, white's not in danger of really anything at this moment. It does look a bit weak here, and all of these pieces are actually really easily attackable. Like a move like this.
Right. But, I mean, it is white's turn, so if, for example, white plays D8,
that would
sure up a lot of stuff for him.
But maybe it's kind of like a bit of like, okay, you have to choose because obfuscatable going to the game. Hello, obfuscatable. So he was here, and he goes here.
No, none of it.
None of that.
Mm.
How bad are we at this game?
See,
like so.
I don't know. I don't know if we're that bad. I think the bot is still not like. I mean, I don't know. I think would we both lose like super hard to these bots?
I think we would both lose. I mean, Testing Hootie lost to both of these bots.
Okay.
And he thinks that.
Do we have a rain stick here?
I don't think we have a rain stick.
I know. So Testing Hootie lost to both these bots, and I mean he's.
Doesn't this look a little small, to be honest?
Maybe the best.
But when it's the move that was just played, maybe it. But maybe this is actually supposed to be just an anchor. Allowing white to capture the neutral. And then, at this point... No, hang on. A few debatable.
Testing Hootie is here.
Testing Hootie, but Testing Hootie still hasn't joined the.
Well, you know.
So capture with an attack on G8.
What is that?
You press Shift and you get the.
I didn't know that. And then what is he going to play? A really small defense move? F7.
Yeah, here. He played.
I mean, it's actually kind of small, but also not that small because.
And now red wants to play this move, and this actually is interesting because it allows the parry. Otherwise, red gets to capture the neutral.
It forces white to make the decision. That's for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure taking H4 is
probably
the way to go
because this neutral is not that.
And big. It's kind of a snapback.
Yeah, it's kind of a snapback actually.
Yeah. So
what we're saying is that capture, and then here we get
yes,
red's.
Although I would play G6.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter to capture the neutral because you just immediately lose that stack again. And red actually also needs to focus on this because
exactly
this is going to get attacked.
I was about to say like no, this is what he needed to do. Exactly what he just did. Because those two cutting points were very dicey to be.
But already we're looking at some apple picking on the bottom. I mean, this is just a one stack here. You need to make a parry. I think it probably would have been nice to
I
be able
think
to like set up a
smarter
parry.
like that. Yeah.
But he did this. And,
Interesting.
And this
I don't know why, like, but I won't go too far back. But like, this is really surprising to me.
okay.
Okay, sorry. What did he do?
There. So who's winning here?
I think red is winning.
Is red winning?
Yeah.
I mean, red's got more points. Red and white both have like.
But if you look at the board now and just think, who's gonna take over the contested areas? And I think red is going to do that more than white.
Really?
Especially if white's. Well, I mean, this is
Now we
good.
get the double attack, and we got this huge apple
Red,
picking situation.
red plays so fast. I don't get it. These neural nets don't need to spend time thinking.
He doesn't care whether or not, like, I don't understand. How does he not care?
This seems
about
like pretty
all this.
big.
Yeah, this one also, I think, is also... Because I think this one's going to die anyway. And then this one just starts the apple picking, and it looks so nice. So we have two variables in this game, right? Two variables. One, Atari upped the thinking time on his bot.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Tumblebot's still
playing a bit fast and loose.
Yeah. But I mean, two, we chose the pie for the bot.
That's true. Wow, we got double apple picking.
I think the whole bottom side's going to fall, unfortunately. I'm really rooting for Tumblebot.
You want there to be a clear, like a domination, right? A clear dominant bot.
Well, more so, I just don't want the orthodox to be proven to be
right.
proven crap.
Well, what is the score now? 39-35.
And the thing is, red's gonna have to work really hard to maintain anything on the bottom side.
Oh, okay. See, I like this move, even though it
allows
for further apple
any
picking.
number of captures, but then red can make 3 stacks, which is really important.
I wonder if white's actually going to take this because okay, great. Wow, after F22 in a row, and now you're at like greater than 80%. Interesting. Could it be that here's my analysis, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I think at a certain point in the game when the tree branching factor has reduced significantly, Atari's bot is going to be better than the neural net.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, for example, when laying out pies, and like in the very early open game,
the intuition makes more.
Yes.
But
So
I'm pretty sure that his bot also uses some degree of Monte Carlo playouts.
If it's a combination, then that's great. But I mean, I don't know. The fact that it plays so quickly kind of
red is
must
still
limit the rigorous calculation.
I think this 2 stack on B5 is just completely dead.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Which is pretty awesome. And actually, it's cool that this one is completely safe, it looks like.
Red is... Wait, what? Mine thinks 97% for white.
Yeah, here we go. We continue the apple picking, and
yeah.
red just gives up all that area.
So weird.
And
I don't think that was smart.
He might have already calculated that it was just futile.
But when did he do that?
No idea. Also, can't white just play here? I mean, you just played this move. Now
right.
What are you going to do at that point after white plays h3?
Right. I really think red should be focusing on trying to live as much as possible on the bottom right. But, I mean, a couple more stones go, and that whole area is white. And that's an obvious loss.
So are we assuming that we know Tumblebot is stronger than Ataribot? I don't know if it's necessarily
we don't know
factual.
We don't know that yet.
He didn't do that. He just reinforced.
Which is...
I feel like that just... Okay.
That's a 1-point move.
Now we're getting red making some weak attempt to
Yeah, I don't think
to
it's
live like
I,
lightly live.
although if I mean these guys are gonna go, but if he can get some threes set up, oh shit! Like we just say, actually, I think it might be good for. I don't know how to play this one, but
1-1 now, but this one was a slight opening handicap and a considerable time handicap. Right. So about the time handicap, should we
yeah.
should we eliminate which variable should we eliminate first?
Well, I think we should let Tumblebot have more time.
Maybe after this, some more even opening, and 3,000 playouts per mine. Wait. Let's
I
not
want
change. Okay, let's not change two variables at a time. Let's change the opening to an even one, but keep playouts constant. Just so we don't like. Okay, so what has happened?
He just played a. I mean, White took the two
Where?
on H.
So there we go.
Yeah, H9 and then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So red's gonna get a little tiny territory.
Little baby one, yeah.
But it's not enough. Okay, so
we're just gonna watch
clamping down on
this kind of slow
grinding,
and because this is you just play K9 here is white. Interesting. I don't know why you wouldn't just. I guess it doesn't matter.
I guess white doesn't care at this point, yeah. So
just
probably capture, yeah.
Obviously, K8's gonna die ultimately.
Red can focus on getting like a couple more points here, I guess. But even that's so difficult. Like no matter where you play, you still have cutting points.
There's too much, yeah.
Oh, dude! Even if white passes, this still. Oh no, this will be better for red. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. White doesn't even take D3. Why?
Oops, hang on.
Yeah. Can white really live up there?
No, I don't think so. I think white's just doing. At this point, the Monte Carlo, they play moves that don't lose them chances of winning, so they just like kind of waste time.
Exhaust all their possibilities, yeah.
They can just play randomly because they know that it doesn't matter at this point.
G10.
White did something about right.
I don't know what white did.
No, it wasn't. G10, D9.
Yeah, D9.
D10.
H3.
Right, and now we finally have the collapse of this part too. It's really sad. So white can capture, and then red can reinforce.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And I guess red will probably have to reinforce.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they both understand that it doesn't matter what the outcome. The outcome.
Is there some way that I mean, usually at this point, bots do not make any mistakes.
They do if they're already losing or already winning, or like no, if it don't change.
If it doesn't matter, but like
they're not going to play to like optimize the points.
That's pretty cool.
All right, I'm getting a bit like annoyed by this.
Why?
Well, because we know who's going to win, and I kind of want to like
see more
games before. Like, what's the point of this? You just capture. Like, okay.
Well, you can tell them to end the game if you want.
That's true. Yeah. But I kind of want to see the end.
Okay. But actually, so did they decide on a pie?
Komachin pie.
Nice.
At least it's reflective. I mean, Komachin would start with on A6, but
really?
It's the same. A lot of people have been playing this pie recently. I'm kind of an old timer, so I always play the Orthodox anyway. I just beat Zapawa with the Orthodox as red. I lost to Testing QWERTY a bunch of times, but I've been playing the wrong move in some part of the opening, so I still think that I can play the Orthodox and do fairly well, but at some point probably I'll be.
Apparently, I mean, these bots are proving that the Orthodox really just isn't a fair pie.
It's interesting that they think that the first one they played was more balanced because I had never even
I
seen
know.
that pie.
It's really cool.
That's crazy.
I mean, it goes against intuition, that's for sure.
You think that Red would just be better,
Yeah.
but I guess we are a little bit biased in our assessment for Red.
All right, we might see the line attack here by the Tumblebot. We'll see how it develops its wings, and
We got the line attack coming out.
which is usually what I play when what I play against like Kumach and other people.
If you have an A1 opening, like a first line opening, and the white stack's all the way across the board, then it's pretty safe to just play the line attack.
Yeah. And you might think like, you're
still stuck under the neutral.
Still stuck, but the point is, it's actually probably worse to be stuck at the edge than.
Mm-hmm. You're getting that as central as you can be.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do we think? We're gonna get something like, C4.
Yeah, and so usually in the line attack, we just block
because white was looking at a triangle here. Even if it wasn't actually gonna play it, this was the implication,
right?
For the. And this move's like you put this 2 stack up against a 1 stack. It's like, okay, all of a sudden white has to deal with. I mean, this stack needs to be able to parry once red plays something like C3,
right?
Or D5. It's gonna be difficult.
So we might see white play something on the C. Oh, sorry, this is interesting.
Not at all. So who's who right now?
This is allowing for cut, but
Atari chose the white color. So Tumblebot is red.
Yeah, Tumblebot's red. Tumblebot's playing the line attack.
Nice.
Oh, I like that move.
Setting up the parry.
Chat, look how much influence this one has.
Yeah, first of all, it goes all the way past. So it's not blocked by the white stack. It's just going down there, getting lines of sight into this area that white seems to be trying to protect for himself. Plus, if you just compare the before and after.
A lot of solid red squares up here.
Because of it's a sneaky move, like white, it doesn't see any white stacks. It's not really intersecting very much white stacks, and it's a 1 stack. So it's like the maximum amount of new influence for red.
Exactly. Now, will we see a message in a bottle?
So,
no,
okay, so we've got an attack followed by a parry, pretty standard. And this is putting lines aside both on the left and the lower right.
It's pretty clean play by both bots.
You can see both of these players have nice shape. They're not just playing in straight lines, but they're playing with some 2-dimensionality.
Yeah, that was kind of the downfall of Tumblebot last game.
Yeah,
it really got cherry picked or apple picked. Sorry.
But I mean, I don't know if that's something that would have been fixed by. I don't know what it would have been like.
Well, that's why I want to go back and analyze that one.
So what's stopping white from just attacking right now? Is this going to happen? Or is this more like an anchor?
It doesn't really
play something like this.
I think red knows that stone is attackable, but it's setting up for strong stones.
Yeah, for instance, you go like this, and then you got something like this.
Nah, I mean, I'd probably play behind it. Otherwise, you're just gonna have the sequence of attacks on those 1 stacks.
It was lots of B2 G8, which is pretty close, and he said my bot played very well in the short positions that almost always arose. So I think we're going to see in the future red not being placed on A1 anymore, and possibly B2 will be the new place for red.
Why?
Yeah. Because that's the way to improve red's situation in a lot of these pies that are a little bit good for white.
Gotcha. Interesting.
So I imagine here we have this.
Yeah. And
so
non-parryable.
Instead of attacking from underneath, white chose to defend the area that white's already been staking out.
Yeah.
So white's probably going to lose this stack.
It's turning out peaceful, exactly. I'm kind of surprised White did not go for anything on that upper right half of the board.
The problem with this whole situation is that in a peaceful game, one person's just wrong.
Yeah, well, but when humans play, it can be kind of
I assume that red will
hard
capture
to
it.
predict.
Oh my lord!
This is what I'm talking about.
He's one move in center.
They need to get into each other's territories to come.
But I think it's a little late for that.
More complicated, you could say.
So what?
It is a little late, but
how does white want to?
But red did it at the last moment that it really could.
Maybe. I mean, this is so difficult to.
And it doesn't really have any. I think it has a better chance to just capture. That's what
he does. Red's looking good.
Yeah, but white has the neutral. So white also has one unused line of sight.
So Ataribot is red, right? Sorry, Tumblebot is red, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tumblebot.
I mean, I think Tumblebot's going to win this, actually.
I think Tumblebot's going to win this. And this, how many, is the same amount of playout?
Interesting.
Oh, this is a good move. Whoa.
Yeah.
But I think that probably, oh, dude, what?
It's kind of nasty.
It is nasty. So what is he going to do, like, capture that?
It might have.
I don't even know if this is really that good. But
we'll see what happens. Capture. You know, if white can somehow find a way to play, what is that, I9, or on that line.
Dude,
for example.
Wait, is Atari winning this game too? He says his bot's like 71%.
We don't know.
That's not an attack.
I know. But it's also not.
It looks like white has more.
What else could he have done? I mean, there is no attack.
There's no attack. I think if I were red, I would just be curling through the edges.
Yeah.
I would do something like this, maybe. Oh, this is an attack.
Wait, it's period though.
Yeah.
Which, I mean.
Okay, he played this one, Hootie.
I know, but the thing is, like, I know, red already has sort of like a territorial advantage here, and they have the invasion in Sente. It's not looking good for white, but yet.
But now we have the what? Again, with his moves, I did not expect at all. I thought he was going to respond to this.
I know.
Attack.
Is he just going to let it die?
But computers are like thinking globally. They're not caring about specific.
I know.
You play a move, and it seems like the biggest move would be to defend the stuff that you just did. Like at least like try to get something out of it.
Yeah, that's
like,
the weird thing.
Here, and then there's an attack, and you get a 2-stack, and then they capture, but then you at least have a 2-stack here. You can do something later.
It really makes you wonder why they played that one.
Yeah, because now, like, let's say white just captures, right? That looks awesome for white.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. Atari's back in the lead. Oh,
weird.
I don't think it's weird. I think
no, but now after this capture, isn't this just one for white?
Maybe
not quite.
I mean, so it looks still kind of even, and it depends on who can get this center part.
Yeah, well, it looks like white's got it. Okay, where were we? Sorry.
G6 was a cool move.
I feel like
whoever gets this part first, I think white's a little bit stronger here, and red can like probably kill this 1-stack. But if white captures the neutral, then red will just reinforce. Okay, never mind.
Interesting.
But this.
Ooh.
Okay.
Playing so quickly.
So he has to probably that. Oh, and then the parry.
Follow up. Okay.
Yep. And now parry.
Yeah. Is there a useful?
He didn't parry. He just doesn't care. He does this move, and it's not
it doesn't
even
do much, does it?
But what it does do is allow. It just doesn't seem like it's not locally good because white now just goes here, And
I don't know if white does that actually.
white breaks into the right side. At least here, there's like a nice, strong kind of shape point, like to say to white, like, okay, this is the edge of my territory, and you're not going to go beyond it. But white can still do. Oh, white can't do much with cutting.
Wow. Interesting. Why did I think red had such an advantage? Right? It's not thinking as far as ahead.
I think everyone is kind of assuming that Tumblebot is so strong, and it's like actually, I think Atari's bot is also really strong.
Well, I know, but yeah. Okay.
So we can't make the assumption that one is better than the other until we have a lot of games to suggest,
I think
empirical evidence.
One thing that we sort of know now is that Tumblebot doesn't always keep his stuff alive, right? I mean, that's kind of evidenced right here on the board.
Yeah, true.
And sometimes that works for it.
So are we going to get a capture here?
I don't think this much depth can be a good thing. I don't know.
So he did capture.
Yeah.
And then now probably capture.
Natural. Yeah.
And then maybe something like that or like that.
I think maybe red can win this. Can we get an eval?
An eval? Yeah.
I like an eval. Okay.
That looks like a good move for white.
Parry though, right? Like right.
You'd think that but it's actually shieldable.
But is it better to shield than to parry?
I'm saying the parry was shieldable. Like this. It just looks pretty good.
So the shield by red is actually maybe
still like this has its own follies.
Oof.
Let's see if white plays that. F2. Okay, attacking this, but this is another shield, and now it looks like difficult for white to, difficult for white to make G3 survive. And there's no intersecting lines of sight here, although white can still always capture. Hey!
Oh, hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're on stream.
Sweet.
So, what do you think, actually? What do you think is going on?
Sorry, let me just pull up the game. Have they finished one already?
Well, they finished 2 already.
Oh, okay.
The score is 1-1 right now. And one of them was the Orthodox, which is apparently not a balanced pie.
I still don't think we can necessarily say that.
This looks pretty good for them.
I think Red's winning this.
Wait, what happens? This
I7, J6, 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 right there. J6, J8, I5, I5, A5 to captures.
I think white's gonna win this.
This
Let's
is
see.
definitely the most interesting one so far, I think.
I guess white just has J9
Wait, Alec,
though,
we're missing a stone.
and then
Okay, J11.
Now a 3 on J10.
is that testing and mocking my bot on this stream?
Mocking?
No.
Who's mocking?
No. I think the Tumblebot's better than the Atari bot, but I mean, we'll see.
I'm still not sure that Tumblebot's better than Ataribot. At this point, I can't tell.
I don't think there's any mocking going on though. I have nothing but respect for these bots.
I guess like they're obviously both really good. The thing is, if it's, let's say the elo difference is like 300 or whatever,
Yeah.
it will still take a lot of games to reveal that.
Yeah.
So I don't think so. Like I'm only drawing my conclusion based on the fact that I played the Tumblebot like 40 times, and I've played Ataribot quite a bit too, and like it's really hard to beat the Tumblebot.
Yeah. Who's in?
It's me.
Hello.
And
Sorry.
Hootie. Heard you, I just tuned into the stream and I just, like, based on current games, or like based on the first game, seemed like at equal time settings right now, I don't think my bot can compete, but of course we'll need some more games.
So do you think that, given like the increased number of playouts you gave your bot, does that mean that it's like having an unfair advantage or something?
I mean, it's hard to say what. There's no fair right way. It's so different setups, but just for sure, my bot with this time setting is much stronger than it was the first game.
Mm-hmm.
And if Barcode increased his thinking time the same amount, we don't know what would happen. So.
Right.
Is Barcode using 5 seconds of thinking time?
Yeah, I think he's using a fixed 5 seconds per move.
Okay. Are you doing the thing where you just let it think until it settles on a move?
Yeah, I'm doing the one where it's the first move that reaches 5,000 playouts. But I have been decreasing it now as when the position is, if the position is like totally winning, I've decreased it just so we don't have to sit here and wait for too long. So I'm playing a bit faster because right now it's at 100%.
I wonder why it didn't play H11 instead of I11. You get an extra point that way, I thought.
Let me just see what it's playing. The Tumblebot is playing differently, actually, than it. I'm just checking the opening now.
Really? Differently than what? Than you remember?
Like I've played so many games against it that I just know a lot of its moves, and it does a few different things here, but also the pie is different. So A1 G8.
Okay, so
did you guys decide on A1 G8 as opposed to like, or how's the pie chosen?
Yeah, that one was just chosen.
I suggested that. So.
But I will suggest that we do B2 G8 for next one.
Yeah. Good idea.
And I want to reduce my thinking time a bit to make it slightly more fair.
Yeah.
Like if you looked at the clocks at the end of that game, it was like a huge difference the time we used.
So your bot won this game too.
Yeah. And I don't think this one was won like straight out of the opening.
No, it was. I think it was a really interesting game.